Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I wanted to share with you just a couple of things about myself. So if you're interested in learning a little bit about me and my channel, then please keep watching. So the first question is, go ahead and introduce yourself. So hi, my name is Kim. I am a mom of 3. I have 2 teenagers and a toddler, and I live in Fremont, California. My daytime job is that I work as a coordinator with an educational agency, and I currently work from home in this position. The next question is, where are you from? So I am from a small town on the central coast of California called Arroyo Grande. Shout out to AG. And I lived there for about 18 years. Actually, no, that's not true. I lived there for about 20 years until I graduated or transferred from community college to Fresno State University. And then I was in Fresno for a couple of years. So the next question is, what is the name of your channel? The name of my channel currently is The Mom Life, and I just picked that name because I wanted to share with you content that has to do with all things of being a mom. I'd say that most of my content has to do with makeup, and that's just because I have a lot of makeup, and that's it's definitely not my area of expertise, but it's the area that is the most fun for me at this time. I definitely plan to share some other types of videos like clean with me, motivational videos, and toddler activity videos because I do have a toddler. I also want to share some cooking videos with you as well. Again, that's not my niche, but these are some things that all encompassing have to do with being a mommy. So those are some things that I really want to share with you on this channel as well. The next question is, what was your favorite subject in school? So my favorite subject in school was definitely English, and I feel that this is just something that I was always really good at, just in terms of grammatical errors. I was just always really good at editing things, and I also just really enjoyed reading a lot back in the day. I do still enjoy reading, I just don't have a lot of time for it. So it's something that now that we're in social isolation or shelter in place, something that I'm hoping to come back to a little bit more. I'm starting to do audiobooks and just kind of expand my horizons in that way as well. And so just going back to enjoying the English as a subject in school, that was one of my favorite subjects, and it was just something that I was really good at. I just enjoyed writing essays, I enjoyed analyzing literature, and just yeah, that was my favorite. What's your favorite drink is the next question. I would have to say right now my favorite drink is wine, and if I had a preference between red and white wine, I would definitely say white. I've been on the hunt for a buttery Chardonnay, so if anyone has any good suggestions for a really good buttery Chardonnay, let me know down in the comments. But I drink all types of different drinks. Wine is definitely my go-to, as I mentioned. I know that when I was a little bit younger, I liked the mixed drinks, but I'm finding that my tolerance for those is not as strong as it used to be when I was younger. So I just kind of stick to my go-to of wine. That's really what I've been enjoying these days. The next question is, what is your favorite song at the moment? So my favorite song at the moment, I think, is the song called Perfect for You, and it's by Justin Timberlake, and it is from the Trolls. I think it's called the World Tour or Rock World Tour movie that's going to be coming out soon. I'm a huge Justin Timberlake fan, and Perfect for You, which is one of the newest songs to come out, is just such a really pretty ballad. I'm just a sucker for those types of songs, and I just love it. Yeah, it's one of my favorites right now. So the next question is, what is your favorite color? And I'd have to say that at this time, my favorite color is pink. If you were to go through my house or go through my wardrobe, you would see that there's just a lot of blacks and pinks, and that's because in the beginning my favorite color was black. I had a lot of black in my wardrobe, and now I'm just slowly starting to insert more pinks into my wardrobe as well as throughout my house. Luckily, my husband has been very patient with me throughout this whole process. He doesn't seem to mind the pink throughout the house, and so it's just such a pretty, feminine, girly color. So I'm really enjoying it right now. Okay, so the next question is favorite animal, and I would have to say that my favorite animal is a dog, and I think that's just because from the time that I was really little, I feel like there was always a time when my family had a dog, so I was just raised always having a dog, and so I just love that they're just so cuddly and they just love you all the time and they just want to be with you all the time, and so a dog is definitely my favorite animal. Favorite perfume. So I will say that my favorite perfume at the moment is, I have it right here, it's this Tocca Stella perfume, and it's just so pretty and feminine, and it smells just like an orange. So it just really reminds me of springtime, and the bottle is just gorgeous. It's beautiful. It's very heavy and weighty. Even the cap is just, the cap itself weighs probably as much as the bottle on its own. So that's definitely one of my favorite fragrances at this time. Okay, so the next question is, what is your favorite holiday? And I know that my favorite holiday used to be Christmas, but I think I just love to eat so much that Thanksgiving is definitely, it comes up there in terms of a tie as my favorite holiday. And also I think Halloween is one of my favorite holidays as well. It's just a nice time to be able to be silly, and we typically almost always dress up our family. So that's just a really fun aspect of being a mom, especially now that I have a toddler. She's just starting to really enjoy the holidays. So I would say probably Thanksgiving first, then Halloween, then Christmas. Okay, so the next question is, what is your favorite store? My favorite store is probably Target, and that's just because that's just sort of my go-to. That's where I go for everything, and if they don't have it in store, then you can get it online. I love that they have the in-store pickup and that they have the curbside delivery. You can pretty much just find just about anything at Target except for high-end makeup, and so for high-end makeup I typically go to Ulta. I do go to Sephora every now and then, but Ulta is definitely my go-to, and I think it's because Ulta has a good mix of drugstore and high-end products. So those three combined, or I guess I should say those two combined, are my favorite stores. The next question is, what is your favorite restaurant? I don't know that I have a favorite restaurant. If you had asked me a couple of years ago, I would definitely say the Olive Garden because I just love their minestrone soup. But recently we've been branching out a little bit more, and I definitely like Asian restaurants, but I don't know that I have a favorite. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, there is a restaurant in town that we just started going to. It's a pho restaurant, and they are able to give you a Thai tom yum soup base for your pho. And so that's been really great. We've really been enjoying that recently. We went 2 or 3 times, I think, before the shelter in place happened, to the actual restaurant to sit down. And then once the shelter in place went into effect, then we ordered out. We've only ordered out once so far, but now that I'm talking about it, I am getting kind of hungry and it sounds good for dinner. So we'll see. Other runners up in terms of cuisine, as I mentioned, I really like Asian cuisine. I'm really enjoying Asian cuisine. So I'm a big fan of ramen and tofu and udon and Thai food as well. So those are probably some of the top contenders. In-N-Out and Chick-fil-A, those definitely come in as runners up because we definitely have some In-N-Out and Chick-fil-A every now and then. Okay, so the next question is, did you like school? I did like school, and I feel like I actually did like school both for the academic piece as well as just for the social piece with friends and everything. So I wasn't hugely popular. I wasn't popular at all, and I did have a good mix of friends in high school, but I did just really enjoy being at school, enjoy being around people. And so I kind of felt like, you know, I had that friend group in high school, and once I went off to college, it was just sort of, you know, that friend group was gone. I didn't really make a lot of friends when I was in college. I kind of just kept to myself. So I definitely really enjoyed high school for that aspect. And so that's just why I'm just kind of sad. I am really sad for what kids these days are going through, especially right now because of the shelter in place and everything that's going on. It's just, you know, they're not able to go to school, and there's that social aspect, there's that loss of that social aspect that I just really feel badly for them. Thankfully, there's social media and there's other ways for them to be able to get in touch with their friends, but it's still just not the same as just actually being at school and being able to talk to their friends and see their friends and hug their friends. So I am really feeling for what they're going through. Other things in terms of school, as I mentioned, I did enjoy school for the educational aspect, the academic piece. So I just recently completed a master's degree in, what was the degree in? I don't even remember. It was educational leadership. And so that was a completely online program that I did through a local university, and it was just an amazing experience. I had always wanted to go back to school to get my master's degree, but because I had kids, because I just had a busy work schedule, it was just something that was not doable for me. And so it was really nice to be able to have this online experience because it allowed me to be able to go back to school to get the education that I wanted and get more information about the field of education. And I was able to do that in the comfort of my own home. So it was a great experience and something that I would recommend to anyone. The next question is favorite YouTuber. So I have a couple of YouTubers. I wouldn't say that I have one particular favorite, but I do love Taylor Wynn. She used to be The Taylor. I also love Brianna Kay. I love Jen from Head to Toe. I also really like Kath from The Content Bug, and I love Amy Landino. Those are just a few YouTubers that I've been following a lot recently within, I'd say, the last few years. And just depending on my mood and what I'm up for, what I'm interested in, those are some of the people that I will go to for content. The next question is favorite movie, and this one I don't know that I have a favorite movie. I really like rom-coms. If you were to ask my husband, I'm definitely not a movie person anymore. We finally watched Crazy Rich Asians for the first time just a couple nights ago. And, you know, that was like 2 years after it was released. So I did really enjoy that movie. And I have to say, I was a little embarrassed that it took me that long to see that movie. And I think it's just because of just the busyness, the craziness of just being a mom and having a full-time job. And I think because we're in the shelter in place right now, it's been a little bit easier, a little bit calmer. In general, I don't typically gravitate towards movies. I'm more of a YouTube person right now because, you know, you can just watch these very short clips, these very short videos. It doesn't take a lot of time. And I always kind of feel like it's wasted time when I watch movies. It's like I always think, you know, this is a 2-hour block of time that I could be doing something else. I could be doing something else to educate my mind. So that's why I typically don't go for movies. With that being said, if I had to pick one right now, I'm actually thinking of two right now. So I really loved the movie Sweet Home Alabama with Reese Witherspoon. She's one of my faves. And then I also really like How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days with Kate Hudson and Matthew McConaughey. Some of my favorites. Also another noteworthy one, a little bit older, but You've Got Mail, definitely one of my faves. So the next question is favorite TV show. And again, I don't do current TV shows. My husband and I have started a lot of TV shows, and we're kind of stuck in the middle of them. We just recently, well, I guess I shouldn't say recently, but when The Big Bang Theory ended, we watched that pretty religiously. If you'd ask me about an old school TV show, that is my favorite. My favorite of all time is Beverly Hills 90210. So I did kind of like the reboot, if you would call it a reboot, but not one of my super faves. But yeah, 90210 is definitely at the very top of my list, and something that, you know, I don't mind watching every now and then if I have a little bit of time. Okay, so that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed getting to know a little bit more about me. If you like this video, go ahead and give this a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it if you would consider subscribing. Thank you so much again for stopping by, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!